Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategic or compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a new Congress letter that has just been sent to Gary Gensler and also FINRA, and also going to be looking at a new IPO Instacart, so stay tuned for that. Before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first headline here from CNBC, the Dow Jones slides more than 100 points with investors on edge and nervous just before the Fed decision that we are expecting tomorrow Wednesday with regard to inflation and interest rates. So if I look at the heat map, again significant amounts of red and almost all sectors down. But if we have a look at other positive news, or should we say speculative positive news, post here from Financial Services GOP, and we can see here the post dates here from Republican Ann Wagner, who has just stated ensuring the SEC's rulemaking process is transparent, accountable and serves the best interest of American investors and financial markets is our priority. So what I would say to Republican Ann Wagner is action speaks louder than words. So let's get straight into having a look at the letter. So shout out here to Karmic Retribution, who posted earlier today, breaking news, Republican David Valadao has sent this letter to the SEC and FINRA. I had first contact with his office back in May, and this person got hold of the same staffer as I did. After many Zoom calls and emails, this is the result. Thank you very much to the Congressman and also to Juan. So let's have a look at the letter. So I think one thing I would say about this letter is I'm not sure this is the actual original letter, but I think this is a copy of the text of the letter. So let's have a look at the letter. So this is addressed to the Honourable, or should we say Dishonourable Gary Gensler, and it's also been sent to President Robert W. Cook, who certainly likes cooking, and he is obviously the Chief Executive Officer of FINRA. And so the letter here, if we summarize it, it states here from the Republican who states, I am concerned about the FINRA's decision to halt the trade of the MMTLP days before the announcement that MMTLP would be deleted, and this has been brought to my attention by numerous constituents. So again, special thanks to all the constituents who did contact the Congressman here. And the US, it also states here, the SEC and FINRA have a responsibility to protect investors, the wider public, ensuring that there is stability and integrity in the markets. And obviously, due to the financial distress of his constituents, he is seeking information regarding the actions that led to the suspension of MMTLP on December the 8th, 2022, shortly before the initial planned removal of MMTLP on December the 13th, 2022. So these are the requests being made by the Congressman. First of all, number one, a concise briefing to be delivered to his office, looking at circumstances surrounding the halt. Number two, confirmation from FINRA that the trading halt fell within their jurisdiction. Number three, a written response detailing the expected course of action for his constituents. And number four, I think this one is certainly very important, and that is a request for the audited and consolidated count of shares. So again, that will certainly be something that I hope it is provided to the member of Congress. He has signed this without the signature, so I'm assuming this is a copy of the actual letter because it's not dated and it hasn't got the seal. So this was asked in the comments, so shout out here to Paul, who stated what's the date. So we are going to get the signed and sealed letter ASAP, so we will stay tuned for that, and hopefully good news here. And again, special shout out and thanks to David G. Valadao. Let's now have a look at some of the other developments. So shout out here to Hollywood Henry, who states the House Financial Services Committee is meeting with the SEC on September the 27th. And hopefully this is with regard to MMTLP. So we will stay tuned for that date. He's also working like crazy to get the envelopes out in time for that meeting. So it's vital that members of Congress are very well informed about MMTLP and the impact on investors. As the Oversight Committee receives our analysis and we're igniting a conversation about fairness and accountability in the markets, obviously it's very, very important that we keep the pressure on. So it's a week of impacts. Everybody needs to ramp up the pressure with calls, emails, tweets, visits to town halls where you can. And you can also download his full mailing list and share it with your own representative in your constituent, in your region, in your area. So let's get as many of them educated about MMTLP as possible, because I think, in my opinion, one of the reasons why many of the Congress members may not be on board is just simply because of a lack of understanding and them not knowing exactly what happened, and probably also a tendency just to trust the word of FINRA and trust the word of the SEC, which is not good. So the other thing I'd now like to do is give a shout out and thanks to Patrick McHenry, who's posted something which I think is obviously credit to Patrick, which I think is showing that he is prepared to speak out where he feels there is injustice, and he's calling out Gary Gensler here, and he states here in strong language, Gary Gensler is misleading Congress and the American people about the SEC's climate agenda. So strong words here from Patrick. Gensler is exceeding his statutory authority to circumvent Congress and enact the president's radical climate agenda for financial regulation. So I certainly hope Patrick McHenry is also able to speak so eloquently and vocally for MMTLP as well when the time comes. So remember, Patrick Henry, just a quick reminder, he is obviously a proudly serving North Carolina's 10th congressional district, and most importantly for us, he's the chairman of the Financial Committee, and he will also be responsible for sending a subpoena to the SEC and also to FINRA once it has been approved and gone through. So we will obviously keep up the pressure. And another shout out here to Pete Sessions, who states SEC thinks it's a relationship with members of Congress is one way, as indicated by their lack of response to Republican Josh G. and I. He's also saying here in strong language, we will hold Chair Gensler accountable to his agency's congressional mandate. So I certainly am pleased that there is more pressure now on Gary Gensler. He certainly has a lot to answer for. So hopefully there is much more progress and answers from Gary Gensler, especially for MMTLP. And finally, I'm going to share with you details of an IPO that just happened today, ticker symbol CART, also known as Instacart, and this was also shared in our Discord in our IPO and SPACs channel. So let's get first of all details of the company. This is a company that was founded in 2012 and it also gained in popularity during COVID-19 when there were many stay-at-home orders. So its pre-money valuation soared from approximately 7.5 billion November 2018 to 17.5 billion in October 2020. Then it eventually hit $40 billion. However, obviously we know that will no longer be the case. Currently, the company just brought in $1.5 billion in revenue and $242 million in net income in the first 6 months of 2023. So again, excellent figures there for ticker symbol CART. So let's have a look at the breaking news. So Instacart shares started trading on the NASDAQ today at $42, valuing grocery delivery company at around about $14 billion. So this is the first notable venture-backed tech company to hit the US market since December 2021. Once valued at $39 billion and has now fully diluted the valuation to around about $14 billion. So it will be trading under ticker symbol CART. So we can see here in terms of the chart, today, current time of editing, has just come down and currently around about $36. So again, this is one of those stocks where we can see a high risk, high reward, certainly at the beginning, and also one of those situations where you buy the rumor and you sell the news. And finally, if you'd like to take part in our live trading discussions, as well as get a copy of our weekly watch list and daily stock alerts, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.